Hello, YouTube. Happy holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy Kwanzaa. Happy, well, that's coming up. And happy Hanukkah to those of you celebrating, my Jewish followers here on YouTube. I'm so happy. I'm going to finally do another podcast. It's been a while. I'm sorry I didn't do one for a couple of days. I needed a break. I'm back, baby. I got a shaved face, my head shaved. It's Christmas Day, and I'm going to watch Gremlins with you guys. Hey, Little Sims. Are you coming? I'm right here, Little Sims. Merry Christmas, buddy. It's Gremlins 1984, the first one. I'll do the sequel in the new year. So thanks for watching my channel throughout these past couple of weeks. You know, it's been rough. Let me open my present while I'm on camera. This is from my parents. I'm not until this afternoon. This is my first gift. I'm going to open for you guys on camera. But let's get started with Gremlins. Shall we? Let's start Gremlins 1984. This movie came out before you were born. It was before I was born. Here we go. Let's see what I got in the present. John from Mom and Dad. I don't want to wait till 4 o'clock in the morning or afternoon. This is when they're in Chinatown. I wanted to do this because I want to prove to my friend once and for all that yes, I do. I celebrate Christmas really well, especially during the. Here we go. Cool. I got a steel book. I think this is the Star Wars game. Yeah, the Skywalker Saga. I got a collectible tin. Wait, the game's not in here. Where's the game? There's a game in here? Hold on. Where's the game? It's just a collectible tin, but where's the game? My present's empty. It's just an empty box. Oh no. Hey, Electric Dino, but they gave me a collectible tin. Gremlins 3 is in development. Yeah, I've heard. I got a present, but I didn't get the game. The game's not inside. Look, it's completely empty. Where's the game? I'm gonna have to tell my parents that I got a tin, but I got no game. They probably just gave me this tin. Well, I'll keep this tin, but they have to give me the game. I don't know what happened. I don't know why it's empty. They probably sold them a blank copy. Hold on, I'm gonna have to inbox my sister and tell them. Hold on. This is the Asian guy from, you know, he was Key Luke. He was a big actor in the 1940s. Yeah, I'm gonna just. This is Zach Galligan's father. He's an inventor. That's not racist at all. Yeah. I can't believe it. I opened a present on Christmas and the present's missing. That's weird. Well, that's a Gizmo, voiced by Howie Long. So is this a Christmas movie? Yeah, it is. But my present is just an empty tin can. I mean, the game's not in there. I got the Lego Star Wars, the Skywalker Saga, the complete saga, you know, on the Switch, and the game's not in there. What gives? Now they're gonna have to get me the game on Amazon or something used, because I'm not gonna keep just a collectible tin. It's got Han Solo in the front. Look, there's no game inside. It's empty. Look at this. It's a steelbook game, but with no game inside. How are you gonna give me that? That's not what I wanted. I wanted the game so I could play it. This movie's amazing. I know my friend Josh doesn't think this is a masterpiece. It's slow. I get it. It's in a small town. I get it. But you know what? It has that Christmas spirit. I'm a little disappointed, but I had to. Mogwai, not for sale. Key Luke was even old enough to do the second movie, and then he died after that. It's great responsibility. I did Die Hard already, so I have to do this one. Gremlins 2 is not a Christmas movie. Sorry for what I did in the Grinch. It's all right, little Sims. Pass. Let bygones be bygones. A new year is coming, and it's going to be a big year for me. And it's not going to be filled with empty boxes like that, because that was my first present I opened. There's no game inside. They swindled my parents. How did you do that? They gave them an empty case. That'd be great if it was a collectible tin and the game was somewhere else, but it's not in the game. The game's not there. That happened to me once. I bought a DVD at Dollar Tree, and it was the disc was missing. Yep. Out of this light, especially bright lights, especially sunlight, it'll kill them. What? Never feed it after midnight. Where's my banana? But the gift is somewhere else. I'm like, yeah, but it's not in the thing's empty. Well, I took a picture of it. That's laughable, man. Here comes an awesome song by the Ronettes. There's one name in this movie that can kiss my ass. No, Josh, it's not you. It's Kathleen Kennedy. Fuck Kathleen Kennedy. Christmas. Steven Spielberg, man. He produced this. Gremlins. I saw this as a kid, but I was like 11 when I first saw it. Zach Galligan. Love that guy. Christmas. Phoebe Cates. You cutie pie. Christmas. I got to see this in the theater, by the way, back in 2017. To hell with The Last Jedi. I got this movie. Francis Lee McCain. Judge Reinhold from, a lot of the 80s movies, the Santa Claus movies in the 90s. I can't believe I opened a gift and it's not there. Chris, I bet somebody stole the game because they hate the sequel trilogy so much. Christmas. Man, what a year I've had. I can finally get a new game on the Switch after a month, and it's not there. Corey Feldman in a cameo. Yeah, because he was doing the Goonies at the time. Larry Goldsman, rest in peace, sir. Are there any other reasons why Victoria's Shake It Up crossover can't happen? Because Shake It Up is over and Victoria's is gone? Yep, Gremlins created by Chris Wallace. There's the puppy. I can't believe I got swindled. At least when I bought the Pokemon game, I opened it before I played it to make sure that the game was in there. Can you imagine if I went to GameStop and the game wasn't in there? I would go right back to the store. Yeah, fuck you, Kathleen Kennedy. Spielberg and Frank Marshall are fine, but you can suck it. There's Dick Miller, rest in peace. He just recently passed away. Lived a long life. No. Yeah, anything. 15 years. Yeah, he was a New Yorker. He was a good actor from way back when he was young, when he did Bucket of Blood in the 60s. He doesn't know that. It's like you say Little Abner. Kids are not going to know what that is. The only comic books that kids read now are digital, Marvel and DC Comics, Valiant, and also comics in the comic book store. I still go to them. I want to go to one next year. A boy's life, watch the skies. An E.T. reference because it came out 2 years before this movie, and I love E.T. guys. Last time I saw it on Apple TV, I was crying my eyes out at the end because I love it so much. Liv and Maddie wasn't a show for me, but Dove Cameron is beautiful. Yes, Josh, I find her bangable. Even though she's bisexual, hey, that won't matter if I go down on her. I'm sorry, I had to say that. She's just yummy. She has a yummy face. Just say that she's yummy. You can do this on camera. and no one will say you're a Bill Cosby or a Weinstein. Weinstein is a sick bastard. He was feeling up on people. I don't do that. I have some standards. I just express myself on here. But yes, make no mistake about it, Little Sims. She's gorgeous, okay? Dove Cameron, or whatever her real name is, that's not really her real name, is Celeste. Joe Dante, man, I take my hat off to you, sir. I love Looney Tunes back in action. I did a podcast for that a while back. Puppy, puppy, puppy. Yeah, I love Mrs. Deagle because she just scares the shit out of people. And when she dies, it's one of the funniest deaths in the movie. It just kills me. She is so funny, man. Oh, my heart. There's Phoebe Cates, you cutie pie. I would have loved to meet her at Comic-Con. I love wearing this suit. I feel so festive in it. No, I still feel good, even though I didn't get the game. It's okay. They could get it for me for my birthday. Yeah, I love that. This lady is funny. She's like Cruella DeVille. Yeah, she was one of the waitresses in that Alice show from back in the 70s. A video rental store. Yeah, you rarely see that anymore. And I did like Zach Galligan and other stuff. He was also in the Waxwork movies as well. Waxwork. The first two. To make money. Gee, that sounds like Disney this year. That woman was so good, man. She's such a good actress. Yeah, she was like the Ebenezer Scrooge, except she doesn't have a redemption arc. She gets killed. Wow. That poor lady. I don't treat people like that. The ones I treat like shit, trust me, they deserve to be treated like that. Especially the ones that speak loud Spanish in my ears, trying to make me go deaf. Money. You just said you wanted it. Contradiction. Barney. I love this movie so much, man. Yeah, sorry, I love this movie. I first saw it when I was sick with a fever when I was 11, before I saw Space Jam, and then I saw it on streaming and I bought the DVD, and I'm like, yeah, it's a very fun movie. It's not for everybody. The Gremlins don't show up until like about an hour in, but you know what? When Gizmo shows up, he's the cutest thing I've ever seen. Before Baby Yoda, we had that. She's like the Wicked Witch of the West mixed with Cruella Deville. I hate little puppies. Ha! Yeah. You at least suspect it. And this is a PG movie that had some balls because it was the reason that we got a PG-13. This and Indiana Jones. That's Chuck Jones, a Warner Brothers animator. He did a lot of Bugs Bunny cartoons and other Looney Tunes. Yeah. There's a lot of great cameos in this movie, but it's not distracting. The movie's only an hour and 30 minutes. It's an hour and 46. That's with the end credits. Without it, it's like 138, I believe. I'm really disappointed that Disney and Nickelodeon will never collaborate. They hate each other. Disney was too woke and gay this year, and Nick tried to do less of that. They made their money on their own, and they got their viewers shipped through Paramount Plus, and they've succeeded. It is changing. It doesn't mean I have to change with it. Yeah, I can't believe my present was empty. It was just an empty box. Can you imagine if I got a steel book at Best Buy or Target and it was empty? It didn't have anything, not even a Blu-ray. It was like, yeah, he got to see her gorgeous body in a Fast Times at Richmond High. What Phoebe Kate smile. Uh, Excuse me. She's so cute. She's married to Kevin Kline. You lucky man. I know he's like 70 now, but dude, you hit the jackpot because she's one of the most beautiful girls that's ever been on screen. And part Asian too. I love that. Yeah, It's a Wonderful Life. I refuse to see that movie all the way too. It's too long. It's very depressing too. Movie house. Merry Christmas, Emporium. Merry Christmas, Christmas, you wonderful building and loan. I love the ending of the movie when he says, I want to live again, but you have to go through 2 hours of darkness to get to that. The movie doesn't take a break from being dramatic. And I'm like, oh my God. There's an abridged version on, but it's still too dramatic. They cut they trimmed some of the flashbacks away. That's probably why it's like an hour and 45 minutes and not 2.5 hours. It's a good story. It's just way too depressing. And in the holiday season, but it's Christmas Day, I want to be happy for once. Yeah, you saw they have a black and white TV from like the 1950s. They don't have movies. Yeah, this is when he kisses Mary's face. He kisses. Yeah, it is a sad movie. That's why I don't like seeing it anymore for Christmas. He kisses his wife in front of the kids, like he wants to like eat her face. Donna Reed was a beautiful actress. Yeah, it's a beautiful actress. I miss her a lot. I love this movie. How much does Disney and Nickelodeon hate each other? A lot. They usually rip each other off every year. Disney has a show about villains. Nick has a show about villains. Merry Christmas, Salvatore Spano. What's up? I'm glad I got to do this on Christmas Day because I forgot this movie. It's not just that I forgot; it's just I didn't have a schedule to do it because I wanted to do it in Christmas in July, but it was just I had to go out a lot in the summer. So the puppy, and this is a puppet. There's no CGI here. I don't need the Gremlins to be CG because then they're gonna look like shit. And I'm like, I don't want them to go from classic cute animatronics and puppets to these CGI abominations that we see in Avatar. Because I refuse to see that. I don't want that to ruin my Christmas, like Star Wars almost did 7 years ago. Gizmo's so cute. I love Howie Mandel's cute little voice. Look at those little fingers. Got 3 little fingers. He is a baby Yoda, yeah. The thoughts on best of the best movies and which is your favorite? I haven't seen one of those movies in a while. The first one is really powerful. Like that ending when the fighter apologizes for his loss and they hug, that's really powerful stuff, man. I think it's better than the Karate Kid because of the R rating and the emotion at the end. And I enjoy the Karate Kid. I just think that it's way too long. Best of the Best is way shorter. I have to do a podcast for the first Best of the Best movie next year in 2023. He's licking your ears. So cute. Those big friendly eyes and those big floppy ears. Look at those expressive little big eyes. Disney XD, Nick rips it off with Nicktoons. Yeah. Disney makes a Nick Jr., Nick makes a Nick Jr. Exactly. Mm-hmm. All of them are extremely underrated. Best of the Best 3 and 4 were very different from the first two. It went more in the gunplay, explosions, action direction. Yeah, but it's just Best of the Best. I think 4 was kind of weak. It was either 3 or 4 I wasn't into. I haven't seen 2. I have to see 2. It's a furry creature with big bat ears. And then once this was a big hit, they ripped it off. They had Munchies. They had the Ghoulies. They had what else did they have? Hobgoblins. A lot of ripoffs of Gremlins. Says Little Feet. Shake It Up is a ripoff of Victorious. Yeah. And then iCarly comes out on Nickelodeon, and then Nick rips it off twice with Sunny with a Chance and Best Friends Whatever or Bizarre Vark. They always doing it. They're doing the same ideas and just passing it off as a new idea. It's bullshit. Stop doing that, Disney and Nick. Stop ripping each other off. Come up with some ideas that work. That Girl Lele is not completely original, but it's not a ripoff of Disney. Best of the Best 3 was when Philip Reese's character Tommy fights the white supremacist gangs, the most darkest in the entry. There was one that was boring. It was either that one or 4. One of those was just not for me. I was just really, really bored. I think it was 4. I don't remember which one it was. You saw the orange juice maker? Yeah. Merry Christmas, Lou J. What's up? I just started doing this podcast like 20 ago. I couldn't sleep, so I wanted to do a podcast for you guys since I haven't done one in a couple of days. Yep, juice right in your face. There's Corey Feldman. Yeah. Thoughts on Jungle Ground with Roddy Piper? I haven't seen that one. It's been a while since I've seen a Roddy Piper movie. I still need to see Hell Comes to Frogtown. I got to see that. He's like Steve. What movie is that? Oh yeah, that's the Road Warrior. There's a thing there. Clark Gable. At 12 a.m., Casey Undercover is coming back to Disney Channel. You saw there's a wreath on the door. There's a lot of movie posters on the wall. Some of them are fake. Is that a cartoon? Yeah, that's a Warner Brothers cartoon with that Mark Anthony and that little kitty, which is so cute. Yeah. This movie's a classic. It's a classic. I'm sorry. I love the second one a little bit more, especially how silly it gets. But this one is a classic, definitely. Because it's not a coincidence that Baby Yoda's face looks like that and he has big ears. It's coming back on Disney Channel for the holidays. Yeah, I know, but I can watch it on Disney Plus. Joe Dante was, you could tell, was a big fan of the early Warner Brothers cartoons because he had a cartoons for in this movie, and the opening of the second movie has the Looney Tunes in the front. You know, they start with the Bugs and Daffy. Yep, he got him wet. Yeah, but if you wet them, they get more little fuzz balls. I love how they did these effects back then, back in 1984. Same year that Ghostbusters came out. Do you hate the Emoji Movie? No, I thought it was just passable. It's not the worst animated movie I've ever seen. I've seen far worse movies, badly dubbed and had the budget of a freaking sandwich. Look at these gremlins. These are the troublesome gremlins, and then they turn into these green monsters that are very scary. He's got the most expressive little big eyes. I never forget to shave. I just like to shave when I'm on every day or now. So how come Shake It, I'm a Casey don't air on Disney Channel anymore? Because they're on streaming now. People don't watch TV anymore. You saw Donkey Kong, a little mini arcade. Hmm. Not as they attack. Hmm. Yeah, it takes a while for the gremlins to show up, but like I said, the green creatures, because again, this is an origin story, just like Alien. You don't see the alien for a while. I mean, you don't even see the face. The chest burster doesn't happen until like about an hour into the movie. Slow sometimes can work if it's done well. If it bores the shit out of me, like Avatar, I don't want to see blue cats for 3 hours. This is only 90 minutes. Quality over quantity, James Cameron. You haven't made a movie this good since Terminator 2. And that also was a little bit long. But it wasn't 3 hours. You saw what they did to Barney? They tried to hang him out there. The Gremlins. So it's a fly swatter. There's the snow. Billy. Yeah, the only black person in this movie, pretty much. Yeah, because again, that was a different time. Now everything has to be, a diversity hire, whether we need it or not. We need it only in certain places, and some we don't. In a period piece, it's not always needed. Was there anybody black in Amsterdam? I don't know, and nobody cared. And same thing with Babylon. Nobody cares about that. That's why it's flopping. People don't care. They're not going to go to the theater. I can watch a movie like this at home for free and not have to worry about seeing it in the theater. I saw it in the theater already. Mm-hmm. Like the Santa Claus movies, the first one is the best, then the second one, and then the third one. It's basically the order that it was released. Hmm. And Dick Miller was a big actor in the 80s and the 90s as well. He made a lot of cameos because he was in Terminator the same year as this. And Arnold kills him. Of course, it's off screen because, they had to reduce some of the violence of how violent the movie was. What's your opinion on Fred Claus? It's a disappointment. It's way too long. I don't like Rachel Weisz being there. Vince Vaughn doesn't deserve. He doesn't deserve her. And him and Paul Giamatti, I wanted more of their interaction. That was what was working in the movie. Everything else just fell flat for me. Excuse me. No, it's freezing tonight. The same place they filmed Back to the Future 1 and also Monster Squad. Yeah. It's a good movie. This is a good film. It's not for everybody, but I should warn Josh before he goes to see anything because he thinks every movie's going to be amazing. Don't go with those expectations. Keep it at a minimal. I did with some movies and they were amazing, and they sucked. Some movies are just not meant for me when they're boring. This movie's not boring. It's got beautiful imagery. It's got good characters, well written characters, and even the Gremlins when they're on screen, you appreciate those effects more than some of the CG we get today. Red Claws could have been funny if it was shorter, and Rachel Weisz wasn't in it. You don't need a love interest in every comedy. Sometimes you can do a comedy without one. Oh no, I'm not doing that. I'm not going to leave this earth. I want to be happy this December, the rest of December and in January. My birthday's coming up in 2 weeks, so hmm. Yeah, I'll do my podcast for Galaxy Quest tomorrow, so be sure to watch that. Yeah, Thursday, like in Elf, they took that she get. What a cute girl. See, girls are not a prize. They're a being that I want to spend time with, especially next year. That's why I do these podcasts. You don't know what girls are watching these podcasts. I'm festive, I'm friendly, and I'm not gay, so I know who I am. I would love to meet her at a convention, even if she was retired. I'm like, hey, I would love for her to come back if they did a Gremlins 3, and she does come back. There's the needle, the COVID needle. Just when he takes his blood for a test. The blood's orange. I prefer the first two Home Alone movies. Of course you do. It's a great movie. They're great movies. This is Invasion of the Body Snatchers, the original. I still haven't seen the remakes. Happy early Christmas. Hey, Josh. We're about 40 minutes in, and the gremlins are about to hatch they're going to cocoon and eggs. See, it takes a while, but again, when they show up, the movie really gets going. Creepy looking effects, and I know that some people took their kids to this and they were terrified. I'm like, again, I know the shadow didn't show much, but you can do your research, guys. I mean, back in 1984, they couldn't. There was no internet, but nowadays, if there's a third one, they have to make it PG-13, like they did with the second one. These gremlins are so cute, even the sneaky ones. You saw a chicken. Why the second one was PG-13? It was more violent than this one, and a lot more sexual than the first one. for some reason. It was like, they had a female gremlin that had a boner for a guy, and you had the redheaded chick that was not Karen Gillan, that was trying to like dry hump Billy's crotch area. Again, that would not fly today because their fried chicken does look good. Yummy. So it's 2:20 in the morning. Gremlins 2 is underrated. Yeah, it shouldn't have flopped. It's just it came out too late. 6 years, people kind of forgot about it. 3 will be PG-13, but they will bring back the practical effects, and I'm curious about it. I hope it's done in the same vein as 2, but better marketed. No gay stuff, no bad CGI, and no actors from the CW. Make it feel like the original, but don't remake it. Why was Case Undercover Y7? Because it had violence in it. There was punching and kicking. Oh, this is yeah. Here already. You're now next. You're next. It's a scary movie, that Invasion of the Body Snatchers. It's really creepy. These are the cocoons. Look at that. They're in eggs, like in Aliens. This came out before Aliens. If Gremlins Seas does well, they might do a 4th one. I hope so, but just don't ruin the franchise, please. The clock is wrong. It says 11:35, and then they bit the clock. Look. Remember when things had wires? Yeah, now everything is wireless. What's going on here? Yeah. Yeah. The cocoon. Mm-hmm. I've seen a lot of movies with cocoons in them. Like my mother. No, this is it's a metamorphosis. They go from one form to another. It's like a baby embryo when it starts to form into a human body. It's amazing, evolution. Not that man comes from monkeys, no, or apes. No, we don't. Why would they wait too late for Gremlins 3? Because the second one bombed and Zach Galligan kind of disappeared after like the 2000s. And also, Joe Dante hasn't had a hit movie in a while. That's kind of why. They have Baby Yoda, and they proved that cute creatures with big ears can sell. And it is not a coincidence that this and Aliens has Sigourney Weaver has the same haircut. There's Spielberg's cameo. Yep, there he is, Robbie the Robot. I love these cameos; they're so fun. Joe Dante also uses Robbie the Robot in his other movie, the Looney Tunes Back in Action. It's the same voice and everything. Yeah, it's Christmas Day now where I live. My friend Teddy Graham is giving a Christmas stream while I'm doing it right now. Why now? Because I want to do it before I go to bed. Please. You could say please, lady. So that's the inside heart of an animal. The heart of a bunny rabbit. Wow, 600 times per minute? Hmm. The heart's beating fast. Dun, 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 dun. This is when the eggs hatch. 46 minutes into the movie. See, I guess for Josh it was too long of a wait, but when they show up, yeah, they start to wreak havoc, and they're scary. They all look the same. They're like green. In the sequel, they get more designs because they had a bigger budget. Look at these things, man. Dun, dun, dun. They're like black and green, like dark green. There's another thing that Disney and Nick ripped off. They have the same laughing track. Oh, those are awful. If it's not funny, stop trying to put a laugh track. You know, when I saw shows like Full House, Family Matters, and Friends or whatever, they always had people actually laughing. It wasn't a laugh track. Tickets to the Super Bowl. Those were expensive back then in 1984. 10 seconds. Hmm. So it's lovely. Yeah. The look of terror on his face, you can't do that with CGI. It's going to look like a cartoon. The last time the Gremlins were CG was in the Lego Batman movie, but it looked good. It didn't look like a cartoon. Or also Space Jam: A New Legacy, they running around. That didn't look so bad, but that was only a few seconds. If the whole movie looks like Avatar, it's going to fail. You can't have that. You have to mix both, or just don't use CGI at all because it's just too much. Like in Jurassic World, they had Dominion. They put more practical effects than they did in the first two. Because in the first two, in Jurassic World and Fallen Kingdom, it was just CG the whole time, and it looked fake, really fake. What show did Nick rip off of Wizard of Waverly Place? Where did they use magic? Um, Let me see. I'm trying to think. They did a wizarding show. They did a House of Anubis was one of those. That was more like Harry Potter, but yeah, it was. I would say House of Anubis was one of them. And there was some other like show with a Spanish girl. I think it was called the Witch's Way was another show that they did, or Every Which Way. It was something like that on Nickelodeon. They ripped it off. It was dumb. Snickers bar. Have a safe and happy holiday. If the film strip is gone. Yep, he got a needle shoved right up his ass, right on his ass cheek. Are you getting more presents? Yeah, but not in the morning, in the afternoon. That present was empty. There's nothing in there. You guys are witnesses. It's an empty box. Mm-hmm. Yeah. Frank Welker does most of the voices of the Gremlins. Him and Michael Winslow. Is he eating glass? See, they don't show the faces of the Gremlins until they go into the kitchen. Then you get a really good look at them. Give a hoot, don't pollute. There it goes. There's the first time we see it. There you go. 51 minutes in, they finally show what it looks like. Briefly. But then you see take a good look at them in the kitchen scene with the mom. Yeah, and Aliens, Ellen Ripley has that same haircut in Aliens. They threw him down the elevator shaft, down the laundry chute. Crazy, huh? What's your favorite joke in Bad Santa? Well, I forgot which one made me laugh the loudest. One of them is him beating the crap out of that bully, but that's more like an empowering thing. See, this is how you do a strong female moment without forcing it, Kathleen Kennedy. You let the actors do it for themselves. Let the action speak for themselves. It's not like this woman's doing Superman. She doesn't have superpowers. She's just a mom that is protecting her house from these gremlins, from these little creatures. I'm getting tired, but I'm gonna finish this. We're almost an hour in, so here it comes. The song from Shazam. Da, 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 da. They made this creepy in this movie. Do you hear what I hear? At the night went to. Do you hear? Do you see what I see? And they cut it here. Yeah, they cut it, and it's a record because they didn't have CDs back then in 1984. You hear what I hear? A song, dancing for tree with a voice. There's another movie poster on the wall, I believe. Yeah. Yeah. My parents got ripped off. They got me a present and it wasn't even there. It's not in there. And I checked the box thoroughly. It's not in there. How dare they try to sell them an empty box? Next time open the box. You know? I always check the game. Whenever I get a DVD, Blu-ray, I shake it first. If there's no sound, that means there's no disc in there. Why do people like to steal stuff? I don't get it. This is a good look at the gremlin. Look at that. It's eating a cookie. Yeah. Home Alone is a classic. I did a podcast for that already, though. I wanted to do this one. Yep, she went frappy on their ass. She stabs this thing. Take that and that. She goes freaking Norman Bates on his ass. Mm-hmm. This one she microwaves in there, sprays him right in the face. Yeah, she destroys these creatures. Wow. Ugh. If the heat didn't kill him, the light would. Now she has to sanitize that kitchen. Austin and Ally was a good show. The two leads are really what made that show for me. Very sweet and romantic, and they had great chemistry. And even their sidekicks, Des and Trish were very funny. When they had their funny moments, I was on the floor laughing because they're so good. Brainy and what's his name? Caleb. They made it work. Make it work. They made that show work. Sorry, guys. I've been doing this late. I don't do a podcast this late, but I had to. I'm not doing it tomorrow morning. Everybody will be up and making noise, so I'd rather do it with no interruptions. A robot. He's in the tree. Look at it. You saw the stripe, yeah. Batter up. Wham! Right into the fire. So they scratched her face. Where's the pill? Give me another pill. Mm-hmm. No game. Where are those supplements? Where are you? Right. Did you leave some cookies for Santa? No. These are stuff. Would 60 gallons be sufficient? Yeah, I love that line. To myself, sir. Must. It's the scene where they're just walking in the snow. Where are those supplements? Because Santa Claus comes at least presents, I know, but look at my present. It's not there. I open it on camera, and I'm like, oh, cool, it's a steel book, and there's no game inside. That means I got ripped off. That means they have to get me the game on Amazon used or something. Who buys a game that's missing from this thing? Unless the game is in another box, but this is the first time I've opened a Christmas gift that wasn't there. It was in the box, but it was the game was missing. Oh well. The thanks I get for opening a present on Christmas at midnight, and the present's not there. I'm gonna have to get it some other chance. Oh well. It is what it is. My other presents better not be empty. If I get a gift card, it better work. The YMCA. I went to the YMCA last year to get my COVID vaccination. You just purchased a game from GameStop? I didn't purchase the game. My parents did. When I got my Pokemon game, I got it. I played it. I've been playing it for a month now, and I haven't missed a beat. The game has some glitches, but it still works. The game was there and it works. That's all I can ask for. No, I got Pokemon games, which are monsters technically, but that's why I bought it, because I usually I want the game to be inside. And there's no Brits in this movie, which is great. Nowadays, oh yeah, this is stop motion when they're moving. See that? Yeah, that's a great shot. It looks like a cartoon. It's only a few seconds, so but you remember that. I can't believe that the game didn't come in here. It's just a steelbook without. It's like having a steelbook Blu-ray without the Blu-ray inside. I only did that once, and that was when I got the Blu-ray. I got the Blu-ray for It Follows, and I took it out of the steelbook because it was impossible to open. Seeing it, yeah, they're messing with the antenna. I remember those in the 80s and the 90s. I think that's a German movie. It's funny how the Gremlins destroy their home and they don't kill them. I'm like, yeah, they're in the second movie like if nothing happened. See, they left. I'm shaking a little bit. No, I'm doing okay. Yeah, 1 year ago I got this computer and I've been using it ever since. Dun, 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 dun. Dun, 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 dun. They destroy their home, demolish it. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah. Yeah, they don't kill them. Yeah. That's insane that they bulldoze their home and they don't kill them. Yeah, I guess because that would have been too dark. Instead, they get scared out of their minds, and in the second movie, they're fine. The Futtermans are fine. They're in New York City with Billy and Kate, and it's like nothing happened. Dun, 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 dun. Yeah, they're troublesome creatures. Dun, 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 dun. So the American flag. Oh no. A snowplow. I said a bulldozer. Well, they're the same thing. They destroy things. I did open my present. It was not there. When my parents find out, like you gave me an empty box. I know that they had to be on a budget, but not giving me the game. I mean, there's no downloadable code or anything. There's nothing in there. No, this is Mrs. Deagle's death. So funny, man. They, they do a lot of this was homaged in the Casper movie when they have the chair that goes down into the basement in Casper's house. Yeah, you know what they say about cat ladies. Look at those cute little cats, and they're real. They're not CGI. Cats are fluffy, but I can't pet them because I'm allergic. Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, dude, I love this scene. This is funny, man. Yeah, what are they? They're the villains of the movie. Happy holidays, little Sim. I love this. She shoots right. I'm not ready. Watch. Yeah, ready to get fly out the window. I'm sorry, that guy's looking at her right out the window. You go. She dies like a Looney Tune cartoon. I'm not ready. That's hilarious, man. Oh, yeah, she got shot right out. She doesn't just get killed. She gets shot out of a window. Poor Santa, he got attacked by the gremlins too. I was laughing my ass off when I saw that in the theater 5 years ago. Stuff, you mean creatures? The movie's almost over. We're about 20 minutes left, give or take. This is the last scene with Corey Feldman. It's on the Christmas. Yep, he cuts the Christmas lights and he falls. Yeah, that laugh. The car is covered in snow and it's working. Yeah, that's Corey Feldman's last line in the movie. It's not Orson Welles. He's terrified. Gizmo. Mobile oil that still exists to this day. Yeah, I can't believe I got a present that's not there. What kind of person sells something that's not there? I mean, I could understand it if they were playing a prank, if it was April Fool's, but this isn't April Fool's. It's Christmas. I don't smoke. Dory's Tavern. Yeah, this is when the gremlins are drinking, yet they don't multiply. I guess because beer doesn't have a lot of water in it. They're smoking and drinking. This is a silly part. How long is this movie? An hour and 41 minutes, but without the end credits, an hour and 30 something. Yep, down for the count. These things still look amazing to this day, even in 2022. A flasher. See, he's drinking beer, yet he's not multiplying. He's just getting a big belly. That's the Star Wars game. Yeah, that one has lipstick on. Is dressed like a girl. A stereo. Why are Disney and YouTube rivals? I don't know. A puppet using a puppet. How clever. La, 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 la. He shoots him. You know, he hits him with a mallet. What's up, man? This, yeah, flash dance. Yeah, he's still picking his nose. That's amazing what they didn't do. Yeah, they do a couple of cartoonish sound effects in this scene. Yeah, doesn't like the light. He doesn't like fire. Yep. Cheese. What do you think of my comment? Yeah, I said it's fine. Uh, Tasmanian devil. Yeah, you got the photos. No, because he's not green or dark skin. Like he's like they're like a mix of brown and green. The whole town's is getting attacked. Justin Union. I love when they go to the theater and they're all there except for Stripe. He escapes and goes to the toy store, and then they they melt him. He melts into the fountain. Mm-hmm. Gremlins. Even by it's fine. Like I said, Disney and YouTube rivals. Why are they rivals? Because well, you can find free content on YouTube. Disney wants you to pay for everything. I don't pay for nothing, Disney. I get your content for free. My sister pays for Disney Plus. I don't pay for it. Hmm. This is her backstory. How come you don't know Disney and YouTube are rivals? Well, does it even matter? Everybody's a rival to Disney now. What they do, we know what they really are like. And they pulled out my father. Dark backstory. They try to they try to make fun of this scene in Gremlins too, but they cut it because it's just so ridiculous in the second one. See why you shouldn't smoke? I don't cough like that. I want to keep my lungs. They go to the theater to see Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs. They're giving it out in the theater next week at the Film Forum on New Year's Day. They're in the theater. What's your favorite Christmas movie of all time? A Christmas Story is one of them, definitely. I had to watch it this year. The drugstore? No, not the drugstore. Snow White and the Seven Dwarfs, the original. You will never top this version, Disney. I don't care if the new one's coming out in 2 years. It won't top this one. Gal is going to try the best she could as the evil queen, but without that Disney magic from the 1930s version, it's not going to come close. Milk duds. Popcorn. There they are. Yep. That's actual film, not digital. Here we go. This is the scene. Classic Disney, man. You're never going to beat it. Disney would never let Warner Brothers use their footage now in 2022, coming 2023. Hi ho! 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 And you can't top this, Disney. Hi ho! Hi ho! You see the Mickey ears too in the back. Watch. Ho! Hi ho! Hi ho! Hi ho! Hi ho! It's home from work we go. Yep, hi ho. You're never gonna do it better, guys. There's a reason that it's in the film registry and it will never be forgotten. Of course, it's a classic. Look at the Mickey ears. Yep. Hi ho, hi ho, ho. I love that movie. I got to see it on Disney Plus because it's a classic. Hi ho, hi. This scene has some generic music. The whistle while you work is not here, so they just put some generic music because Disney's like, you got our footage, you're not gonna get any more. They put some generic like, you know, circus music or something. I don't know. Sounds like circus music. See, they're showing the scene, but without any sound. Yum. You go, yeah, yeah, candy. You can read apparently candy. Yeah, Disney doesn't allow footage for other companies to use their footage. Usually, it's against the law. It's a copyright, especially their classics. Yeah, in the '80s, they borrowed a lot of stuff because that's why Hooper and Roger Rabbit had Disney and Warner Brothers characters. So you will never see that again now because of copyright infringements. You know, copyright rights and all that. You know, real number four. So that scene, that's cool. The shadows in the background, that's so. They did a lot of innovative things in this movie that would never be done today, using shadows and puppets and animatronics. Look at those ears. That ass. Mm. Montgomery Ward. I don't know if that was an old store that doesn't exist anymore. It's probably a department store. Yep, he blew up the theater. That's what 2020 tried to do, but it didn't succeed. Theaters are still alive and well. Three Musketeers. Yeah, it's a department store. Mine is Home Alone. I love Home Alone. This scene is probably the most violent scene in the movie. Saying a lot because this and Indiana Jones and the Temple of Doom are the reason we have PG-13 now, ever since the mid '80s. Because again, they needed a balance between a PG and an R, so that kids didn't go see a movie that was too inappropriate for them. Nowadays, kids that are like 10 are watching movies that are PG-13 in the MCU that are not supposed to be watching in the first place. It's amazing. He's using a skateboard, popping a wheelie. Yeah, 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 yeah. I'm glad I did this podcast. I haven't done a podcast for days because the last one I had to cancel was on Wednesday because I had a problem with the laundry. They kiss each other. Yeah, that's a Montgomery Ward. I've never been to one of those stores because it existed when I was a kid. I just didn't go to stores like that. I went to Toys R Us or Caldor or where else? Best Buy when it first opened. Take that, CRTV. Billy. Yep, that's Megatron's voice, Frank Welker. See yourself on TV. Yeah, nowadays you can just stream things. I'm surprised I haven't had any technical issues. I guess because it's not windy tonight. Because yesterday and on Thursday was crazy windy. It was had 17 to 25 mile per hour winds here in New York. It was crazy. Things flying everywhere, you know? I'll set up Gremlins too. Wait, what's this? Hey, John, I got 600 subscribers on the channel now on this Christmas Day. Good for you, Electric Dino. Keep it at him. I'm only at 379. My old channel had 900 and something, but again, I can't go back to that. I have to move forward. I'm just happy that I'm doing this podcast. There's Bugs Bunny, and there's an ET doll, and Sylvester the cat. Fluffer and succotash. This didn't scare me as a kid. I didn't like big bushy eyebrows. You know, Muppets that had big bushy eyebrows or things that had sharp teeth. So this would have terrified me in 1985. There's the fountain, yeah. Oh, Christmas tree. Oh, Christmas tree. How lovely you are. Yeah, he's throwing saw blades at him. A 7 1/4 rip saw blade. He's literally has a jigsaw on a blade. Mm-hmm. He's crawling on the floor like a little spider. If he hits him like that, and then he shoots those balls, and then he shoots him with a dart. I think an arrow or something. Yeah, I think it's an arrow. And this is Department Store has some dangerous items. They have a chainsaw, saw blades. They have freaking like arrows. It's crazy. Yep, bright light. Billy gets busted open. See, he has a crossbow and shoots him. Oh, right on the left arm. Direct hit. He's trying to kill him. Stripe is the most murderous gremlin because he tries to kill Billy. Now he goes Leatherface on his ass. Look at this. The Saw is family. I can see why this movie they had to get a PG-13 after this. Mm-hmm. Enjoy Christmas. I will, Little Sims. I just hope the rest of my presents are actually there. This is Gizmo in the little car. How cute is that? He's driving a Barbie car. Mm-hmm. And like I said, these effects still hold up. You do not CGI would never make this look better because it wouldn't be there. It would just be, computer effects. And I really think they should have just done a Gremlins 3 like in the late 90s or the early 2000s because 30 years later, we don't know if it's going to work or not. But hey, Top Gun Maverick was a huge hit and that worked. But that was one in a million. We don't know if Gremlins can still has what it takes. And I don't want it direct to streaming because then it's going to be horrible. Here it is. Still a classic, man. I still love this movie because despite it being very slow, because it starts slow with the Gremlins, you don't see them until like almost an hour in. But this isn't like Venom. Venom, they had plenty of chances to make them good. Now it's like, oh, let's just make people wait. I can't. I couldn't wait to open my Christmas gift and look. There's no gift in there. The game's missing. My parents will have to get their money back or just get the game used on Amazon, and then I'll get it used. I don't care. I just want to play it. We're almost done. We got about 5 minutes left. It's almost an hour and 40 minutes without the end credits. Like 1:39, I think. Yeah, I don't really count. I don't count the end credits. You missed. At least it's not 2 hours. There, I swallowed it. See, he's trying to multiply himself again. What? Yep, he uses the sun to kill him, like a vampire that doesn't sparkle in the sun. Really good effects, man. The way they did this, it was amazing. I heard the commentary, so yeah. Both commentaries. There's one from director Joe Dante, and there's one from with the producers and the special effects people that worked on it. Ugh, that's gross. It's melting. They were right. The sunlight does kill them. Yet the second movie, there's a continuity error because Gizmo's walking outside in the sun and he's not melting. I guess it's just bright lights and not just the sun. Because in the second movie, they electrocute them. They don't die in the sun. I could take this hat off. The movie's almost over, so I've worn it for over an hour. So much better. Ugh. hmm He melts into cheese or mustard or whatever that is. That's the last cameo in the movie. I don't know who that actor is. hmm Yeah. So she put some a thermometer in his mouth. Yeah. Hi. What are you gonna hit somebody? Yeah. Hi. I mean, that's what usually people say when they hit something. Have you seen a Nicolas Cage movie? It's like, hi, fucking yeah. That's hilarious. Luke, I saw his movies when he was young in the 1940s. Some of the Charlie Chan movies. Also, Bad Santa is one of my favorite Christmas movies. Yeah, again, I know he won't be in the third movie, but that's just he died in the second movie. It's cute. Not only to listen. That's so cute. I'm glad I lived to see the sequel because I got to see that in the sequel that came out in 1990. Yeah, and an old Asian man, yeah, they have those in a lot of movies now and shows because again, Asians are getting their shot. So yeah, the movie's about an hour and 40 minutes. It still says 143 because I started it late. But this is a classic movie. It says 146, but no, it's about an hour and 40 minutes. Yeah, without the end credits. So this is the ending. It's not beautiful matte painting in the background. hmm That's a great looking matte painting. It looks like a Hallmark card. hmm Hope you guys have a wonderful Christmas and New Year coming up. I'll do another podcast by then. So 143. And that was Gremlins 1984. Dun, 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 dun. A classic movie that it's not a classic for everybody, but for me it is. I saw this when I was 11 years old, back in 96 when it was on TV. It cheered me up. A good movie can cheer you up, especially when you're sick. So thanks for watching. The few of you that did watch, happy holidays. And I'll see you guys the day after Christmas, after I open my presents and everything. So take care, be safe. See you guys. Whew.